Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking remote and a hub. This is called X1S Smart Remote, and this is from a company called Sofabaton. Now they always coming up with really cool harmony type of remotes and a really good price. Let's go through and capture everything, and I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. And here are all the components that are part of the box. So it comes with this page. It will tell you just the basic settings on how you can connect your remote for very first time. Gives you the steps on what you need to process, which we will go through. It has their website in the bottom. Now when you flip in the back, it also has some information for you on how you can contact for customer service if you ever need it. Now it does come with user manual. Now when you open it, it has nice table of content on how you will be able to connect it. Also the IR blaster, where you're going to connect the hub, which is this thing right over here, and then where you're going to be able to place it near to the TV, which we're going to demonstrate in a couple of seconds. Going through the app that you need, so you can scan this even from this screen right now. You can pause it and scan it, and that way you can get your tutorial all going to be here. Also the app that you need in order to process it. Doesn't matter if you have an iPhone or you have Android phone, that's going to really work. And going through, it has all of the added devices, how you will be able to process that, some specifications, the remote itself, how everything has been set up, and some global keys that you can play with, which we're going to get in a couple of seconds. Also you have some definitions, LED indicators, what they mean, also some FAQs, and that's about it. You have all of the information there. And if you need to learn more, you can go to their website. It comes with a little charging cable. One side is USB type C, the other side, you can see that, is a USB type A, so you will be able to process. Now it does come with two charging cables. As you can see, both of them are the same, and that we will be able to use. And this is the adapters. They will connect to the electricity, and if you can see, the back part is USB. Usually these are 5 volt 2 amps, which this one is. Now with this is mandatory to have. You have one with one head for the IR sensor. This is going to be connected to your hub. We're going to get to it in a couple of seconds. And then we have one more. This one has dual heads. There you go for the IR. So this way you can connect one side and the other one the other side. And this will be connected to your hub also, that they have given us 2 of them in the box. And then the hub itself is inside of a little plastic. Let's just open it up. And then when you take it out, shrink wrapped, or should I put it in the little plastic, so this way it has that first touch. We're going to open it up. They made it very nice and shiny, as you can see. I really like that design that they have placed, and then the name is there. Now when you go to the front part of it, it looks like an Android box. And then once you go to the side of it, there's nothing here. Once you go to the back, you have the power, which is the little power button. Then USB type C connection. Then you have one IR connection and then second. And this is the adapters that you have to hook up. And then when you go to the other side, there's nothing here. You have the little LED light that will turn on. This is the front part of it. And once you go to the bottom part of it, you have their name written properly. The input, just in case if you ever misplaced your wire, you can use your phone charger to connect to this too. And then there's 2 spots that you can put this on the wall. So with a little screw. And also it has rubber legs, so when you put it on the table, it doesn't move that much. Again, it's really cool. One thing I noticed is it is fingerprint magnet, so you have to really keep it clean. We will connect this and show you how that is possible. And then the remote itself. It is heavier than the other remotes. I really like the design that they have. And this is a little bit different than the older models they have. But again, I really like how this has been designed. There is a little film. You have the off button. You also have the back button. You have a little scroll that you can go up and down, and you can see it is turned on now. And there's almost no battery. But you can set it up, and you can see that part too. So we're going to charge it. We're going to play with it. You have a navigation key with a nice OK in the middle. And then you also have the return key, home, and then the menu button, volume up and down, mute button, channel up and down, and also you have the media player buttons, which is rewind, play and pause, and fast forward. You do have some color buttons. I am sure this is going to be programmable, but we will get to it. But I like that design array around. There is the USB Type-C. So you have two USB Type-C wires. One is going to be for your hub, and then the second one will be for your remote so you can charge it. And then going around, there's nothing here. And also in the back, they just have some information and also the QR code so you can scan it. But when you look, there's nothing else around it, which is really cool. So no, you cannot change the batteries on these. You have to charge it in order to use it. So let's get it charged and then we're going to play with it. So we did put it in charge right now. And as you can see, it is charging. And we're going to keep it for a little bit till it charges. Then we're going to set it up. So now we need to get the app installed on our phone. In order to do that, so you have to go to your Google Play Store. Where you have to press on the bottom. There's a little search. And then over here, we're going to look for Sofabaton. So as you can see, there's a bunch of search that will come up. So we will select the first one and you can select. But there are a few of them. So in that case, we will go to the actual manual and then we can just select the QR code. And once it comes up, you just have to say view on Play Store. And well, I just went to the Sofabaton Smart Remote and we will click on install. And once it's done, you will click open. And this is for very first time. So if you have an account, you can log in, except that you can use your Google login, or if you have an Apple ID, you can process that if you have using the iPhone, or you can use your email to set it up. Select and log in. So there you go. Once it comes up, it will give you two options. One will be the X series. This is the X series because it has a hub and the picture shows the same thing, or you want to use the regular U series, which we have video in previous. So this way we can just select the proper one. We're going to go back a little bit so we can see more, and then it says to make sure Wi-Fi is on, and we're going to set it up. So in that case, we are going to be set up on a mesh network, which this is not going to work on a 5G network. We can see that our phone is already set up on a 5G network. This is not mesh, this is Wi-Fi 6. Let's go to the 2.4 right over here, and it says to enter your password. Now this is specifically created for this remote so that way we can play with it. Yes, we have a mesh network, but it's a little bit far, so let's just use the 2.4 we just set up. Connect, and there you go. Now it's connected, so beautiful. Now we can go through to set up the rest. So let's just select it again. And now it says set up the hub. So in order to process that, or it says connect to the hub, let's just connect the hub itself. So make sure that you connect the power part. We will connect to the hub. Now let's connect one of the IR sensor onto this. Now the one I'm going to connect has the two prongs, and that's the one we will select on this. So we will just have to open it up a little bit so we have a few little layers coming out. There you go. And even where we're going to test it near to the TV, that's what we were trying to process. Is this is not going to be that far, and we have to select it. See, it says over here you have 1 and 2, so we will connect it on number 1. For the meantime, it doesn't really matter if you're going to connect it on 1 or 2, but as you can see in the bottom, it is lit, so that's really good. And now we can say to set up a new hub, say next, and then it says at the back of it that you have to hold the power button, which is right over here. So we will select that till it start blinking in the front. And there you go, now it's blinking. So once that is done, then we're going to put a little check mark. Click next. Yes, we have to set up. And there you go, now it found it, so we will select it. It's right beside it, that's why. And there you go, now we have to connect it to one of our Wi-Fis and the neighbors that are showing up, so let's select on it again. We have to put the password. And there you go, now it's provisioning, so setting up the hub, and done. Now we say OK. So this part is set up. Now we're waiting. There's a new update came up, so we will click update. Or we can say to go next time. But since this is a first setup and you can see now it went green, we're going to just update it. So we will give it a couple of minutes for it to go through and we will catch up. Just not to bore you guys. Or we can fast forward the scene. It's almost done, as you can see. Now it just got updated, so press OK. We're just going to leave this. Now we're waiting for this to reconnect, so this way we can see the next step. And once it's set up, we just have to select it. There you go. Click Save. We're just going to name it X1S Hub. We just say Save. And now it's set up. Now we have to add a device. So we're going to press the plus sign. And now it says that what type of wireless controller device you want to use. So in this case, there's 3 settings. So let's go to infrared first. And then we're going to look for, or it says right here, that learn from IR remote. Since I don't have the remote, let's search the database. In this case, I have a little Psyche TV, which is not that far, and that's my usual go-to TV. So let's just set that up. And we'll show Psyche. We will select that. And now it shows which model you have. Now I really don't know, so let's figure that out. Now I know that the one I have is 24 inches, but I do not know the actual model ID. So let's just try to see if we can find one of them. Now it's not a Blu-ray, it's just a TV. You can see these are 65 inches, 50 inch, 48 inch, and that's all the ones that it shows. But I'm sure one of these will work with the one I have. So let's just try to see if we can figure it out which one that is. Now since with the model ID we cannot find it, we also have another way to process. Over here it says the IR remote. Now the one you can see is Psyche. I know this one does work with my TV, so let's go here and then we're going to say TV, and then it says only power key, or you can also have more. So let's just go through and select power key, or also I'm going to say separate on power on and off. We can just select this one, click next, and then for this we can just say learn, and there you go. So now I can press the power. Now the IR sensor is right over here, so it shows that I have to do it like right above. There you go. You can see that it is blinking in the bottom, so that means the power is set up. Now for the navigation key, which is right over here, you have to select each one and then process it, and then go to the bottom one and process it. So this way that also going to work. And then we're going to go to the left one, which is put it a little bit away, so this way we can make sure that we can process this. So this was the left one, which is right over here, so we'll select and it will blink in the bottom. And we're going to say the right one, we will select. There you go. So this way it's all going to be set up, and also the OK button, which is in the middle. So I will select, and there you go. It says power, blue, channel up, channel down, which is perfect now. So now it is set up. Now we can use the buttons to turn on and off the TV. So in that case, we will put this away, use the remote. So first thing first, make sure that you have your hub hooked up, and then the IR sensor is sitting right over here. So make sure it's near to your TV. That's my TV right there. So it is on right now, and we have to make sure it's off. So we have to make sure we select, and then going into the power itself, we will select it, and you can see that it just turned on. Such an easy thing to process. So once the TV totally comes on, then we will be able to go to the menu, and the menu comes up. You see that it's such an easy way to process it. And also, if you want to get out of menu, you just have to press it again and the menu goes away. Now that's not the only thing. This actually controls both of the TVs at the meantime, because IR sensor is really near to it, which is, again, it's really cool. So if I have to press mute, you can see the mute came on. That's, again, it's something that we always wanted it. So press again to go away. Now if you want to go navigate up or down, it's not going to really work because we didn't set that part up. You can see that it's not going to work. So again, this is something really cool for us to process, very easy to navigate, and also everything is on the screen, so you do not have to worry about going anywhere else. So let me just make sure that it is positioned and it is processing it. As you can see right now, that as soon as you select it, it will go up and down. So very easy to process. This is a cool remote to play with. You can not only just play it with one device, you can put unlimited amount of devices that you can play with. Now it's very easy to process it since you have a nice hub, and also the IR sensor is very sensitive. It's going to work for you accurately. All the links will be available in the bottom of the video where you can order this from, except that this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.